Hey guys, how you doing? All right, so I wanted to do a shout out video. I don't normally do a lot of shout out videos, but this happens to be a personal friend of mine, Arizona Bushman. If you don't know, is John Campbell. John Campbell has been an instructor for a very, very long time. He's trained military, civilians alike. He's been in the Arizona outback for quite some time. Here's a pretty cool picture of him right there. All right. Um, he tried publishing this book a while back through the traditional methods, and it just didn't really work out. So now he's self-publishing these books, and I got to tell you, there's so much good information in here. I myself are not a big fan. Here's another picture of him, looking really cool and dapper. Um, I myself am not a big fan of the desert. I know that it's a pretty harsh environment, but it really is nothing to fear as long as you got the right information. And what John does in this book is he kind of lays out the foundation work for anybody that's looking to go into the desert. I highly suggest that if you are interested in maybe looking to do that type of trekking or want to spend some time in Arizona, that maybe you pick up this book. Christmas is right around the corner. I mean, most important chapter in here for me was basically getting water in the desert, and he covers that extensively, as well as tools and makeshift camps and shelters, different types of tools and equipment, paraceum rods. He also has designed a couple of knives. This is one of the older models of the Tops knife, the High Desert Survival School, as you can see right there. It's got his logo on it. This was Tops, I think, when he first started designing knives. Now John is a knife designer, and he has started and sort of messed around with making them. However, his design is based solely on the environment that he's in. So some of the knives that he makes, you can check him out on the website. And overall, like I said, the book is pretty good. It started, I think, in different chapters, and then he put them all in one big major book, which I really, really appreciate because, I don't like buying small books. He did autograph it for me. But I'll give you a little, the back cover, if you will. It says John Campbell is a high desert survival primitive technology writer and filmmaker from Arizona. He also has several knives from 3 different companies that he's personally designing. He's been into the wilderness and survival since the age of 8. Grew up in Oklahoma in a small town called Haslam Valley. During heavy rains and ice storms, he and his family would be trapped for weeks at a time. Hunting, fishing, trapping, and gardening became a way of life. The family would even raise their own food and animals for sustenance, living during these hard times. At age 11, he joined the Boy Scouts, and he was active with them for 5 years and moved on to Explorer Scouts. There were always plenty of outings and opportunities for the outdoors. Learning wilderness survival skills were always a keynote in these outings. Growing up, he had a lot of Native American friends from the Cherokee and Choctaw tribes. They would hike and camp for days and practicing ancestral skills, snakes, fishing, bugs, wild edibles, and we're on the menu, sorry. Nights were spent in a natural shelter. Okay, in 1998, he moved to Arizona. In 2003, he took training from one of the world's most famous instructors. John has also taken part in filmmaking and plot episodes on the History Channel. He has appeared on Discovery Channel's Canada, The Daily Planet, during the week of Survive This. All right, so he's pretty much acclaimed. I mean, if you don't know who that person was, he took a training instructor from Cody Lundeen. He's the one who trained John in living in a desert, and John took it to the next level. I mean, like I said, the guy trains military, trains. Now, his training classes, I don't really necessarily think they're taking place anymore because of the insurance and everything. Arizona is a really weird place to train, but he is working on training videos and training books. So you don't necessarily have to go to Arizona to learn. You could learn by yourself at home, do your interactive reading and watching of videos. And he has basically all the tools and everything labeled out. Simple stuff like regular Maxpedition packs, little simple fire starters that you can create or make. Shelters is, I mean, you could see that right there. That's a debris shelter. It says, very simple stuff that you can put together. He also creates kits like survival kits. Big fan of multi-tools. He goes over a whole section on knives. I know everybody wants knives. That's the other one that he created. I forget which one this is. That's the Apache Bolo. Really big, thick knife if you're interested in that. This one is the Surango survival knife. Sungaro. I think it's named after the cactus. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering this, but that's a knife I really, really like, and a couple of other different knives that he has created. All right, so like I said, John knows his stuff. First aid, survival kits, all kinds of stuff in here. EpiPens. If you are interested, I think these are sold on Amazon, and you could also get it from his website. So I'm going to link it down below. You can do it. I'll link his email, his website, and his Facebook. I know those two things he definitely has. And like I said, if nothing else, I like to support another craftsman, bushcrafter, because my knives are based on bushcraft guys. And whenever I have a question about certain types of knives that people are looking for out in the bush, I go to somebody like John Campbell and say, the guy's got like 20 plus years in the bush already, and it's a harsh bush. It's not, finding water in the desert is extremely difficult in my opinion. But he kind of makes it very simple in this version of the book. I think he's doing the picture of the book face over, so it's going to look really cool. But like I said, go check out my friend John Campbell. Excellent book. I didn't read all of it. I'm going to finish it up over the holiday, and he's got a great selection of knives. Go check him out. It's the High Desert. I think it's High Desert Survival School. That's it. HighDesertSurvivalSchool.com. John Campbell. All right, guys. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.